that shouldn't matter.
So yeah, if you, sorry for the rules, but if you capture a piece, it goes in your pocket and you can place it down like Crazyhouse, and you only see which piece you see. Crazyhouse Dark Chess.
I mean, I'm sure I will ask her out, but we'll see what she says. I don't know. You know, and she already knows, dude. It's already back to this other thing. It's the same thing that happens every time with women. It's like she already knows she has all the power. She she probably feels like it's boring for her. Probably just like, oh great, here's another guy that I could probably just look at him and he would have an orgasm. You know, just like it's just sad. You know, it's not sexual. It's not exciting for them. Like I wouldn't be that excited if I knew someone liked me that much. You know, and unless you know, of course though, right? The whole system is well, if they like you, they like you. You already won. The real point is she probably just doesn't like me because if someone likes you, they wouldn't care that you like them a lot, you know. But then I must never have women like me, you know, except for the ones that are fucking heroin addicts. Like, fucking yeah. Texted the heroin addict girl, or she yeah, and because I met her friend Jay, who's like the schizophrenic alcoholic. He's actually really cool, but he is a schizophrenic alcoholic, so he does have a number of problems going on. And we talked about him, I mean her, and I said, you know, he was like, he had asked me to watch a movie with him, and I said yes, but then he like went AWOL for a month, and then he was like, hey, you in Pittsburgh, want to watch a movie? And it's just like, dude, I don't have time for this, like, so I never responded to him, but then I saw him in the fucking at the bar drinking, and I just basically was like, just tell me everything about Caitlin. And then he was just like, all right, you want me to spill the beans? And he's like, and then he actually tried to trade information for Caitlin for a free place to stay at my place whenever he needs it. He said, so I'll spill the beans with Caitlin, but would you let me like crash on your couch if I ever need it? And I was just like, I don't know, man. Like we've never even hung out except for one time when I was with Caitlin. Like, so I don't know. And then he was like, all right, well, will you buy me a drink? And I was like, okay. So like, it's like a physical interaction. And so then I was like, okay. So then I bought a drink, and he's like, yeah. So man, Caitlin's worse than she ever has been. So I like now this is when I first really realized she's fucking a total heroin addict. He said that she's she's worse than she's ever been. And then he said, I'll tell you the truth. I'll tell you she's depressed as hell, and she does heroin that's cut with uppers. So then I was like, okay, and then he's like, here, look at this last text she sent me. And I looked at the text on her phone from Caitlin, and it said, it's like, it goes, wow, I am such a fucking loser. It's like, oh, okay. And she's like, yeah, she's in a bad place right now. It's like, oh, great, okay. So I tried to like send her a nice text, but of course, I'm sure that I was more annoying than anything. It's kind of shitty that I even said anything to her, honestly. It's probably a bad thing. It's like, you imagine she's probably like, oh great, some guy that rejected me now wants to like be encouraging. I don't know, dude. It's just so fucking annoying. I don't know. Like that was real. I don't know. It made me realize like, oh great, well, I probably did know that I shouldn't mess with her. Like I made a good choice. But whatever. Probably should have just had sex. At least I would have had sex. Better than not, I guess. I don't know. So that was kind of interesting, right? To just see. Oh well, at least she's having a bad time. I'm just kidding. That was not what I meant. I was just joking. That was a joke. I don't actually think that. I actually felt really bad because she's a really nice person. And I actually, for some reason, was kind of hoping, like, oh, maybe I suck too. You know, it's like great. We should talk. Oh, great. Guess what also happened? So this is a crazy thing that also happened, which totally, right? So this is the reason I really started thinking, okay, I do like Mackenzie. So this really hot girl, Emily, fucking Tuesday night, she actually just starts texting me again. And I told you we could reconnected. She goes, do you want to talk on the phone right now? Do you want to talk on the phone? Like, I kind of missed you and I want to talk. She's pretty hot, actually. And we had been flirting for a long time. This is a girl from months ago, right? And it's like a bit of build-up. But dude, as soon as we start talking, I find out really she's living at her parents' right now. She's basically can't find work as an actress. I mean, go figure, dude. Being an actor is like the worst fucking job in the world. It's like impossible. Like,
Yeah.
talk about music, like acting is literally 100 times worse, and music's terrible. And so she's living with her parents, and she likes me. Like, it's pretty obvious. Like, but then, dude, we both don't have cars. We don't even have cars. We can't even see each other. And she said that she used to lease a car, but she doesn't have any money because she can't find any jobs. And you know, I thought she was rich, but she's like, no, my parents have never given me any money. They've never actually given me money. They let me stay, but they don't give me any money. So she doesn't have any money, man. And she was really depressed. Like, the whole conversation was just her saying that she doesn't know what she wants to do with her life, and that she's thinking about quitting being in Murtis. And so that was kind of depressing, and like, I'm not in that mode. I'm in the middle of a fucking PhD program, like, stressed as fuck. But one thing I don't have is, like, at least in this moment, of course, 2 years from now, I'm going to be exactly in the position of her, more than likely. But right now, it's like, I'm actually happy about what I'm doing. And like, so our vibes did not match well. And of course, I try to tell depressing things about me to relate and stuff. I don't even know if that was the right thing to do. But we go on, and dude, it was just like, fuck, man. It was just like, it's like, damn it, you know? It's like, fuck. But we don't even have a car. So it's like, dude, I don't know if I want this, wow. I don't even know if I want this person to be in my life. Yeah, I don't even know. It's like, do I really want this person to be a part of my life? Because, like, what we'd end up being is just, I would just be texting her and calling her and listening to her talk about how depressed she is. And it's like, and honestly, dude, here's the truth of it, man. I look at her IMDb stuff, her fucking reel, her acting reel is terrible, dude. It's not good, man. It's really not good. And she's a beautiful soul, but, dude, it's obvious. And, like, she was saying things like, oh, you know, like she actually started saying, like, well, oh, they only hire, like the demographics that aren't white women now. And, like, that was her excuse. Which is true that, like, they've been hiring much more, basically non-white people, which is a great thing. I mean, dude, it's been systemically, like, white people have played, like, Asian people for the whole history of cinema. I mean, this is a problem. But it's like, dude, if you're good, you're good. Like, you know how many Netflix shows there are, dude? Like the industry is bigger than it's ever been. Like, I don't think it's an excuse to say, oh, I'm a white woman, I can't find a job. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't work that way. Like, and I saw her thing, man, and she's not that good an actress, you know? She's like, well, it's probably, you know, and she said that she had drinks with her grandmother, and her grandmother was like, honey, just sad that it's just not working out for you, is it? It's like, well, goddamn. And then she actually, you know, she's being extremely vulnerable, which I guess is supposed to be hot. Is that how it's supposed to work? But it wasn't, dude. It was just depressing. And, like, she doesn't even have a car, so it's like, what am I gonna do? Like, you know, it's like, I don't know, man. So that was, you know, it's like, fuck, man, you know? And then after that, I was like, oh, well, I really do like Mackenzie. Number one, she's not depressed. Number two, she owns a house. Number three, she lives by me, you know, like, oh, wow, and she's interested in me. And, like, we're both actually doing cool shit. So it's like, okay, wow, I should really go for Mackenzie. And it, like, encouraged me. And I was like, fuck, let's do this. Like, what am I doing? Like, I just have this really hot girl that I could have had, and I don't even want her. It's like, I was like, okay, so if I don't want her, I do want Mackenzie. I mean, she's pretty hot too, and like this is great. And then all this shit happens, and then stupid shit happens. Just like fucking cancels, and then she canceled on me. It's like, fuck. It's like, god damn it. You know, and I'm sure next week I'm gonna be in the same fucking mood because I'm gonna go through a new fucking thing again. I'm gonna probably ask Mackenzie on a date again. I know I'm going to, because I'm right now I'm like, oh, I shouldn't text, I should wait for her to text me, you know, but I'm not, because I'm going to be a little fucking, you know, I'm going to be like, well, you know, I'm just going to have to, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to be able to resist. I'm going to be like, well, she said that she did want to reschedule, even though probably reading between the lines, she's probably saying, back the fuck up, like, let's just see what happens, and like, I should probably do that. Dude, it's hard to do that. It's hard to do that, man. Especially when we haven't seen each other face to face in 3 weeks. So it's like, or 2 weeks, and it's like, dude, once it gets to like 3 weeks or a month, it's like all the power of it is gone, right? Then it's like, now if we see each other again, it's like, we're just friends who see each other once a month, you know? It's like, dude, I don't want to be your fucking friend right now. I've had so many girls who put me in the fucking friend group, and I just don't want to do it. It's like, I'm too old for this. Like, I don't have time for it. I'm getting a PhD. I don't have time to be your fucking friend.